Do you think I'm not sober because I take ketamine? Some people think that. All right, folks, ketamine update for you. Things have been going really, really well, about as well as I could ask. I wish that it was a magic fix, a magic feel good. The truth is that in my experience, ketamine has been a way to get me to a neutral baseline. I was feeling like I was operating at about a 3 or a 4. I documented this whole experience before I started ketamine treatment. In terms of my mood, I was operating at a 3 or 4 prior to starting treatment. Now that I've been getting ketamine treatment for, I think it's been about 4 or 5 months now. I'd have to go back and look, but I can say that it doesn't make me feel good. It just makes me feel neutral. I'm operating at about a 5, some days a 6. And then my actions, the activities that I engage in, the things that I do help bring me up above that 5 or 6 level. The experience itself is very mild these days compared to my first few sessions. You can go back. I will link the playlist in the video so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. My first trip was very psychedelic. My second trip was very psychedelic. My first few trips were extremely psychedelic. These days, my doses, I'm at the max dose that I can take. And these days, my trips, I wouldn't even call them trips these days. It's more like a deep meditation. So I wanted to make that point that because my tolerance has built up, we're not increasing my dose. I am still getting the therapeutic benefits. So even though I'm not tripping or having a psychedelic experience anymore, it's very mild. I almost can't even tell that I'm having an experience, except for really afterwards. When I finish the session and go home, I can tell that something is different, but I don't feel intoxicated. I've never felt high during this process. So I think when people talk about experiencing a high or feeling good from the experience, they may have been doing it recreationally and taking much larger doses than what I take clinically. I could be wrong. My tolerance for substances is pretty high. Anyways, like I said, even though my tolerance seems to be preventing me from having a psychedelic experience, the therapeutic benefits that I get throughout the week make it well worth the recovery time that goes along with the actual experience. There is a significant downtime. For me, it's about 24 hours until I feel normal again. I am doing in-clinic treatment now, which, well, duh, I misspoke. I am doing at-home treatment now. I take the troches every other week. Typically, that's about what we're doing is 1 week I'll do treatment in clinic, and the next week I'll do treatment at home. And at-home treatment is even more mild than treatment in the clinic. The clinic delivers a stronger effect, but like I said, the effect is extremely mild compared to what my first, second, and third experiences were like. The therapeutic benefit that I get from the at-home troches is a little bit less than the therapeutic benefit that I get from in clinic. When I have treatment in clinic, I feel noticeably better over the course of the next week than I feel when I do the at-home treatment, although the at-home treatment still keeps me at a baseline 5, I would say. It would be interesting to plot the mood and compare the at-home and the in-clinic. I haven't been doing that, but it's a thought. So now I want to know about you. Do you get ketamine treatment? Do you hate ketamine treatment? Do you think I'm not sober because I take ketamine? Some people think that. I personally think that my recovery is still legitimate, even though I take ketamine. Curious on your thoughts on that, curious about your experience. Let me know below.